how's even that?
$6.7 mil. Carbs is nearly dead. When I say carbs, I mean me.
Rise from your grave.
Hello, bozo.
Tons of damage.
I'm here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to another Division 2 build video. Today we're diving into my updated Tinkerer fully automatic rifle build. And mate, this thing has been cooking. I've been running it everywhere. Missions, open world farming, countdown, and yep, I've even dragged it through Dark Hours raid just to see if it cracked under the pressure. Spoiler, it didn't.
Nice.
This build just pumps. Solo or in a squad, it's going to dish out some filthy damage non-stop. We've got super fast reloads on this one, blink and you will miss it. Talk about a laser, no recoil whatsoever and unmatched accuracy, you'll think it's aimbot.
He's cheating!
With this season wrapping up, I wanted to prove that this thing's going to hold up without those seasonal cracked modifiers. And without speccing a single point into expertise, this is clean, raw rifle chaos. And even with 0 expertise and no seasonal modifiers, we're slapping 2 to 3 mil crits solo very, very easily. Jump into Countdown or a team and those numbers start flying off the screen like they grew wings. But before we check out the build, welcome back to all you amazing subscribers. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, make sure that you smash that subscribe button. If everyone can take a second to engage with the video, a like, a share, a comment, it's all going to help with the magic and the wizardry of the YouTube algorithm. We're going to set a 200 like goal on this video. Reaching that goal would be absolutely amazing. Remember, if you do want to support myself and the channel just a little bit further, we've also got channel memberships. You can click the join button below to see all the perks. And if you want to catch me live in action, jump on over, drop us a follow on Twitch. All the links for all my other socials are in the description below. Righto champions, with all that stuff out of the way, let's check out this build. We're rocking 6 reds, no blues, no skill tiers, super goddamn squishy. This one's my updated Tinkerer rifle build, so we're going to be rocking that Tinkerer mask. We've also got 3 pieces of Zwadokia, 1 piece Palisade, and the Fox's knee pads. I'm going to be honest, I'm not amazing at running glass cannon, but this thing with glass absolutely shreds. Also, as you can see here, there is 0 expertise on any of this build. So as long as your watch level's at 1000 and you've got this build set up, you will get identical damage. The way that we've got this one set up at the moment, we're at about 51% crit hit chance, 146% crit hit damage, near max stability, and the reload speed on this is super fast, 1.1 seconds. For our specialization, we're going to be using Gunner on this one, primarily for that 10% armor on kill. We're teaming this up with Palisade, so we're going to get 20% armor on kill in total. Because we're super squishy and we're running glass cannon, we do need that survivability. Every third reload is 50% faster. However, we are already super quick on our reloads at 1.1 seconds. So when this is active, it's instant. We regenerate ammo every 60 seconds. We're going to get a rate of fire increase by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. And if you want to, you can run the Banshee Pulse. Remember, because this is a rifle setup, we have spec'd into our rifle damage here. If you're having trouble matching up your numbers, just double check this one. It's a very easy one to overlook. Because this is a Tinkerer build, we're going to start off with the Tinkerer mask. Max weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and a max crit hit chance mod. The talent is called Abridged. If your primary and secondary weapon talents are not exotic or named items and of the same type, your secondary weapons talent also applies to the primary weapon. Can't include talents relating to weapon swapping, and you can't double stack the same talent. Pretty simple stuff. So now we know the build surrounds the mask, let's check out our guns. What rifles do you want to be using? Look, it's player preference. I've teamed this one up with the UIC 15 Mod 2 and the lightweight M4. Depending on what content I'm playing, I'll just switch the 2 around to make one my primary and one my secondary. As I said before, there is 0 expertise on these guns. However, we have got max rifle damage, max crit damage, and we've gone with Detox. I do just want to quickly point out that accuracy and stability is maxed out. And our reload time, as I said before, 1.1 seconds.
Damn, that's crazy.
You saw those clips. This thing is the definition of a laser. Now when it comes to your weapon talents, what do you want to be using? My personal preference, Killer and Boomerang. If you want to have a play around and try a few different combos, go for it, but this is what I'm using. With Killer, killing an enemy with a critical hit gives you 70% crit hit damage for 10 seconds. And our secondary weapon talent is also going to be active because we're using that Tinkerer mask, and that is Boomerang. Critical hits have a 50% chance of returning that bullet to the magazine. If a bullet's returned to the magazine, the next shot has a plus 40% increased damage. So by combining these 2 talents, not only do we increase our crit hit damage, but we also increase our weapon damage. The additional great thing about Boomerang is we're recycling bullets. So sometimes we can go through whole sections without ever needing to reload. We had somebody drop by the stream the other day and they were baffled by this. They were like, Plum, how have you got a rifle with infinite ammo? I was like, Boomerang, buddy. Fact. Boomerang's a fantastic rifle talent and I think a lot of the player base overlook it. Now for the weapon attachments here, we're going with the weapon handling sight, the extended magazine, stability underbarrel, and we've got a crit hit chance muzzle. Adding that extra weapon handling and stability makes this a laser. If you think it's overkill and you want a little bit more crit, go for it, but I just love how this plays. For For our chest piece, we've got one piece of Palisade, and this thing took me a lifetime to get. Palisade's going to give us 10% armor on kill, which works with Gunner as well, so we've got 20% in total. We've got max weapon damage, crit chance, and a max crit chance mod. The talent that we're going for is Glass Cannon. All damage you deal is amplified by 25%, however, all damage taken is also amplified by 50%. For me personally, I prefer this over Obliterate. It's less ramp up of damage, it's instant. However, if you get in a shit situation, it's instant death for you. Maybe trading off your Banshee Pulse for a Reviver Hive is a good idea, depending on the content that you're playing. For our holster, we have our first of 3 pieces of Swadokia. I'm sure I've completely butchered the pronunciation of that, but that's what I'm calling it. The 1-piece bonus gives us 15% mag size, we get 20% rifle damage, and 30% weapon handling. Weapon handling is a 1-for-1 stat of stability, accuracy, reload speed, and swap speed. I'm going to keep saying it, the weapon handling on this, along with our weapon attachments, makes this whole build turn any rifle into an absolute laser. We've got max weapon damage, and crit chance. The knee pads, we've gone with Old Faithful, Fox's Prayer. Overlord's going to provide us with a further 10% rifle damage, we've got max weapon damage, crit damage, and these come with that fixed 8% detox. Damage to targets out of cover is multiplicative damage. For the gloves, we've gone with the named Swadokias, the Eagle's Grasp. These ones have max weapon damage, max crit damage, and they come with that fixed 15% weapon handling. Holy shit, Plum, not more weapon handling, you betcha.
You're goddamn right.
And the last item on our build is our Swadokia backpack, and this one's got weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and a max crit damage mod. For the talent, we've gone with Vigilance. Increases total weapon damage by 25%, taking any form of damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. Personally, from a damage aspect, I think this is your best bet to go. If you do want more survivability on the build, you could use Bloodsucker. So that's the guns and the gear. Now when it comes to your skills, it's going to kind of be player preference. I do recommend using the shield, it just comes in clutch, and I've got a Banshee Pulse on, but I do swap this out to the Reviver Hive depending what I'm doing. Play around with different skills, work out what works for you, and use them. Righto champions, fine print time, let's check out our stats. As I said earlier, we are at 51 crit hit chance and 146% crit hit damage. As we scroll down, there you go, that 1.1 second reload speed, and we have 67% accuracy, 97% stability. This thing is an absolute laser. For our all weapon damage, we're at 100% and we have 60% rifle damage here. Again, remember, 0 expertise on this build, so very easy to drop another 30% weapon damage here. And also, as I mentioned earlier, we are very, very squishy, but we do have 145k armor on kill, which is 20%. So basically getting 5 kills repairs all our armor again. It's not much, but it is decent survivability. So that's the build champions, my updated, fully auto rifle build, Lean Raw Chaos. A build that pumps out crazy damage without any expertise. No recoil, locked in accuracy, it'll have you thinking you're running aimbot. But most importantly, you'll be having a lot of bloody fun. So what do you reckon? Are you going to be a champion and have a crack at this build? What modifications would you make? Let me know down below. Thanks for tuning in champions, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, keep shooting, and giving them hell. I really hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum out.